being able to see you. Good morning. How you doing here on Facebook? Hey, YouTube. Hey, Instagram. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shut up. Y'all know I'm in the mood today. Good morning. My name is Misha Lee. I'm your host for Morning Moja. Today is your dose of advice. Morning Moja. What does Moja means? Motivation, optimism, and joy, and a little bit of advice every single week right here on this channel, on YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify, and Podbean. That's very new. I'll tell y'all about that Monday. But every day, Monday through Friday, I come on here to share with you things that I need on a daily basis to help me keep going, to help me be inspired, and things that have helped me overcome some stuff. You know, at the end of the day, we all are basically the same, even though we look different, we feel different, we go through a lot of stuff. And sometimes you need somebody to get up here and understand your situation. And I don't think I've been through everything, and I don't know everything, but I promise you, what I've gone through, I've been built for. So today, I want to share with you. Good morning, everybody. Today, I want to share with you. When you ask for something or when you say something, I need you to believe it. Now, listen really quick with me. First of all, I need you guys to share this post on your page, because somebody on your page, whether they trolling, looking, get them something to look at. Get them something that'll get them something to think about besides trying to see what you're doing. Give people some encouragement. Share this on your page. I really appreciate it. And make sure you say, good morning, Misha, when you jump on here. Good morning, Corey. How you doing? So listen, believe what you say. Believe what you say. And I'm going to tell you guys what really kind of sparked this with me. Last night I had a conversation with my son. Now, my son is 18 years old. He's my baby. He's the youngest of 8 children. And all the other 7 kids say I got him spoiled. I personally don't believe I have him spoiled, because I know the things that we deal with and the things that I get him to do. But last night I came home and the dishes wasn't washed. Now, every mama on this podcast and on this cast, if you are a mother or father and have children and you come home with the dishes dirty, just say amen, because you already know how it went down. But this time I thought about it. I said, I had this really serious conversation with him about what he needs to do. And I was like, at the end of the day, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, that means you're trying to be a grown man. You ready to have your own apartment. Then I suggest that you get your stuff and go ahead and do what you want to do. Because while you here in this house, you have to do what I say do. And I don't ask you for much. But taking the trash to the road and pulling it back once a week. Making sure there's no trash on the back porch. I done took the trash out all week for almost 2 weeks. Making sure there's no dishes. Now, if that had been any of them other kids, it'd have been a whole nother story. I'd have been blowed up. But, in your older age and when the kids get a little bit older, you try to be understanding. You try to really just make sure, no, I'm not bossy, honey. I'm a mom. Y'all can call it bossy all you want to, but when you're a mother, when you're a parent, you make sure that your children, I'm not trying to raise him to be codependent on anybody. I want him to understand you have responsibilities, and you never get your children to understand the responsibilities. If you can't get them to commit to small things, how you going to get them to commit to anything big? But anyway, so, I kind of felt a little like, oh, man, Misha, it's just trash. It's just dishes. Try to blow it off. But I understand the underlying purpose of why I'm doing things. And it's not easy being a parent, because you have to hold your ground sometimes, even when you want to just say, you know what, I'm not even going to worry about it. Because if you keep swiping that stuff to the side, you're going to see the results of it later on. So I sat on the edge of my bed, and, he went on into, he said, I'm sorry, Ma, I understand. I said, no. I'm for real. This is for real this time. And so I had to make an emotional commitment to myself that if he doesn't do these things, I have to 100% believe what I say. Believe what I say. Now, this is taking me to a whole nother thought when I got in the bed. So I sat down and said, girl, do you really believe what you say? And like 99% of me said, girl, you ain't even going to do none of that. And all I could hear was the other kids, you ain't gonna do it, you ain't gonna do it, edging me on. But then I realized, no, I got to learn how to believe what I say. I said, this is just, excuse me, don't get blocked. Don't get blocked, Corey. But anyway, I said, you know what? I said, this is the exact same problem that I have had in life. I done moved completely off of my son. I said, this is an issue that I've had in life. I'll tell God, God, can I have this? Lord, I want this. Or I'll say to my friends, girl, I wish I could have this. Or I want this. I'm going to have this. We'll say what we want to have, what we're going to do. I'm going to finish college. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to do this. And it sounds good coming out of your mouth. It sounds good when you articulate it out of your mouth, what you say that you want. It sounds really good. It sounds really slick. It sounds like you know, I'm all in here. But guess what? It sounds good until the rubber meets the road. It feels good. It feels like you got it going on. It feels like you mean it. With all the cutting up that we do as parents, I mean, I ain't buying this, I'm cutting off this, I'm taking your cell phone. Sometimes we'll actually go through that stuff. Sometimes we'll stick to our guns. But here's the sticker. Are you like that in every area of your life, though? When you say something, do you really, really believe it? Now, listen, it's easy to believe what you say when you're mad, when you hurt, when you're disappointed, and when you're in a place where you got a high emotional situation going up. It's really, really, it's really easy to believe those things. But are you believing those things in the right direction? Is your belief propelling you to do the right things? I have been so hurt before. I have been so disappointed. I have been so upset. I'm talking about fighting mad, that in that moment I said things, and one thing I pride myself on is being a person that even in anger, I watch what I say. But even with that being one of my life commitments to myself, I still have said things and put myself in a situation where I said things during that moment. And then after the moment and died down, I'm like, now, you know, you got to go through with this, right? Now, you know, you got to stand on this, right? You know, at the end of the day, you got to keep your commitment to yourself. See, part of the reason why it was so difficult, thank you for sharing the post, y'all. I really appreciate it. Part of the reason it was so difficult for me to get what I was asking God for, part of the reason, and I'm going to say part, when I say part, I mean about 90% of the problem with me not being able to get the things that I'm asking God for is because I said it and asked for it in a point of need, in a high emotional state. But when the rubber hit the road, was I willing to go through and be consistent, steadfast, unmovable in order for those things to come to pass? Was I really 100% all the way in? Now, see, let me tell you something. It's easy to leave that man when you caught him in the middle of something. Pack your bags and roll. And go to your mama house, your cousin house, or your side house that you was working on, cry, fall out in the floor. It's easy to leave them when you tore up and hurt. But when that time done passed, and them feelings done came down a little bit, and he coming over here rubbing your feet and telling you how much he love you, how easy is it for you to resist that? How long does that baggage even go with you and somebody else? See, even when you take it with somebody else, you still ain't let it go. You still ain't over it. You carrying a lot of stuff that you ain't even resolved within yourself, because even though you made the action, did you believe it in your heart? Have you completely let go of that thing? When you tell somebody, you do this one more time, we done. You might physically be done with them, but are you emotionally done with them? Have you 100% purged yourself from the baggage and the residual effects of that situation so that you can move into another situation and be clean? If you anything like how I was, no. Years gone by, and so many people will deal with the residual effect and get a piece of your luggage because you still carrying the stuff. You still ain't let that thing all the way go. Listen, same way when you ask God for something, when you believe for your healing, when you believe for deliverance, when you believe for something to happen and manifest in your life, you have to believe that thing and expect it to come true. You were built for this. You have to. This is the thing that I really want to get across to you today. You have to know and understand clearly that when you say something or when you ask for something, that you are worth it. You gotta. If that part don't sink in with you, if that part don't sink in with you, that you're worth a better situation, that you deserve a little bit better. Now, this don't make you try to be better than nobody, because this ain't got nothing to do with nobody. This got something to do with you. It's got something to do with your heart and what you got going on. You have to understand every single thing that you went through in your life, every single thing, every situation that you face in your life built you for this moment and for this time right here. But if you don't understand that, if that's not clear to you, then you'll find yourself tethering back and forth, trying to figure things out, trying to get an understanding, trying to know, should I be here? Should I be there? I'm tired of doing this. This ain't working. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been doing this for 15 years. Listen, let me tell you something. Just like I told y'all about that bamboo tree. Some things you got to water every single day. That man walked up that hill carrying that water every single day for 5 years. For 5 years, and didn't see no evidence that that bamboo seed was doing anything. And then on that 5th year, within a few weeks, it grew over 100 feet. And the question about that is this: did it grow 100 feet in one day, or was it growing underground 100 feet? Of course, we know that it was growing underground. And then it just shot up within a few weeks. And that's how things are when you put them out in this atmosphere and you ask God for things. You're believing for situations. You're trying. Good morning, Bob Chick. When you're trying to, good morning, everybody on Facebook. When you really are believing for something and you've been working hard for, if you are in your business, your salon business, your beauty business, or your dream, you've been trying to lose weight for years, trying, stop letting people talk you down and make you feel disappointed. Stop disappointing yourself, because it might take you 5 or 10 years to get it in your head, to grow it down root in your head. It might take you 5 years to grow it down root in your head. It might take you 20 years being a salon owner to grow it down root in your head. It might take you going through that sickness for 15 or 20 years to grow it down in root that you are healed, that God did give you healing. That pain is, like I tell you, y'all sit up here smiling every day, but you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what gonna happen. But at the end of the day, it might take you that long to get it down in you. But one day that thing gonna bust through and it's gonna sprout, and you gonna see things like you ain't never seen it before. You gonna see things happen on your behalf like you ain't never seen it before. Do you really think that shut up whole Sunday? Do you really think that everything that you ever faced in your life, I need you to come through with me on this morning? Do you really think that everything you ever experienced in your life, do you really believe that everything you ever faced in your life, that you faced it in vain? Do you not understand that everything that you faced in your life prepared you to ask for the thing that you asked for? Do you not understand that? Do you realize that every time that you dropped the tear, you was watering your seed? Do you not realize that every time that you fell back and felt like you were tired and gave up and got mad, that was you digging that thing and pushing it down even deeper? Do you not understand that you were built for this? That everything that you've experienced in your life have prepared you for this moment right here today. Nobody can make me not believe that. I can associate every situation that I've ever dealt with in my life from the time I was a child to now, to where I am right now, and I understand that it has prepared me to be who I am. The trick of it is this: how much of that experience are you going to take and hold on to encourage yourself on a daily basis? How much of that are you going to take to hold on to keep you steady? How much of that are you going to take it and to keep you pushing you to be your very, very best? How much of that will you do that? How much of that will you use to inspire yourself? See, it's easy for us to go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays and get lit by our pastor. It's easy for you to get on Morning Mojo and get lit. I'll have you running around up and down hills. This is just my gift. But when all that is gone, is it possible for you to remember who you are and what you've been through and inspire yourself? Is it possible for you to take the things that you know you have accomplished in life, raising your children, staying in a relationship, being strong? Is it possible for you to take what you've gone through in life and use it to inspire and encourage yourself? We got to learn how to be self-starters, because you was built for this. So my piece of advice for you today on Friday is this: understand and learn. Understand this, because you already learned your lesson. Understand this: everything that you ask for, you got to believe what you say. Nobody else got to believe it. You got to believe it. Everything that you've always wanted. And stop saying that you're too old. Do you not realize the older that you get and the more that time passes that you don't get what it is that you're believing for, the more likely you are to be able to be in a position to continue to believe for that thing and get it. Why? Because of that experience. Let me tell you something. They can do a lot of things, but can't nobody take away your stripes. Can't nobody take away your experience. Everything that happened to you bad in your life didn't happen to you because it was a bad thing. Some of that stuff happened because it was building you. It was helping you. Use those things that you know. Use your experience to say, I've been through this and I'm still here. I've experienced that and I'm still here. I've seen this and I'm still here. You got to get it in your head. Not me. I don't have to get it in your head. I have to get it in my head. You got to get it in your head that you deserve it, that you're worth it, that you was built for it, and that no matter what it is that you face on a daily basis, I don't care what it is that you face, you got to look at the things that you've already overcome to build your expectation for that thing that you believe in for. When it comes to your children, do you think 1 minute that your kid is going to always stay on the right course? Absolutely not. You sowed that seed. That seed might be dormant for however many years, and you might see them go to the left or all the way to the right. But you have to expect that what you put in them is going to come out. You have to 100% know that at the end of the day, they can be going completely contradicting what it is that you raised them in. But you got to know that it's going to come out. I'm telling you it's true. I'm telling you it's true. You have to be steady. You have to be at your best, and you got to not give up. Believe what you say, and whatever it is that you say, expect it to happen. Expect it to come true. Look, this ain't the internet. Y'all, come on through. Life ain't the internet. Life is not the internet. It ain't Google. You can't Google your way out of situations. You're going to have to walk this stuff down. You're going to have to live it. So even when things look totally opposite, I need you to continue to believe what you say. I need you to continue to stand by your word. So you be so busy about people keeping their word to you. Don't worry about that. Worry about you keeping your word to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for Morning Moja. I want you to be inspired and encouraged. I want you to be motivated, and I want you to keep your optimism, and I want you to fight for your joy, because at the end of the day, you're worth it, and it ain't nothing that you can't have, nothing you can't achieve. If you put your mind to it, get focused, look at what you've already achieved in life. I don't care how small or insignificant it seems to you. You matter to somebody. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you right here on Monday morning for your dose of the Morning Moja Show. My name is Misha Lee, and I'm signing off for this weekend. See you Monday morning. Bye.